Hi guys. Hey, it's Lachey and welcome back or welcome to my channel. And it is March 1st. So we're going to go over everything that I loved and did in February and some goals for March. Feel like I'm trying a little new setup, so let me know if you like it. I did rearrange my room. The setup being that there's lighting, but also like how my videos are paced and everything is placed and everything. I hope that you enjoy. Let's get into the video. Firstly, we made it another month down for the year, and February was, I think, I would say collectively for all of us, a kind of January always feels like the worst month of the year for me personally. I just feel like it's the month of all these expectations, a mountain in front of us, and instead of making them little hills, we're kind of like, oh my gosh, like I have to do this and I need to do that and I have to change everything about myself right now so I can finally live the life that I want, so I can finally be the person that I want to be. And it's too much. So January always is sort of for me like the trial month. Let's see how it goes. And it goes pretty lame every time. Was for me personally, I don't know about the collective, a difficult month. I feel like February also always feels a little bit, how's it, it feels always a little bit rocky, but, you know, personally, experienced loss, missing Lenny still, RIP Lenny. There were a lot of good things that happened too, but February, I feel like this month, especially, a lot of people were really annoying to me just as a Black person watching media and stuff. And it's not one particular thing, but many of them. And maybe just the state of the world, I was like, not feeling it this year. But yeah, ultimately, always grateful. My family is healthy. I'm healthy. The world may be scary, but we take one deep breath, one day at a time. There were good things too. So let's get into that. First, we'll start with in the February recaps. We're going to start with our favorite songs. Okay, I don't even feel like this is about the month of February. This song, since I've read The Everlasting by Alex E. Haro, I know some of you may be tired of hearing about this, but you have no idea the depth and like the level of love that I have for that story. I don't know, it just changed something in me. Like the chemistry in me has changed. I love it so much. A lot of people made like playlists for it, and Golden Brown is on all of them. Like just put it in my veins. It would be easier. I listen to it, I think, just about every day of my life, and I love it. There's not like the book and that song go together. I feel like I think about them every day and I love it so much. So Golden Brown, one of my top songs of February for sure. In this part of the recap, I recommend that you guys do this too. I think life goes by so quickly. Already we're in the third month of the year, and how nice is it to be able to capture the things that we loved, even if they seem really silly or simple. It was important because you cared about it, even if it was only for a month. So feel free to borrow this and use it in your journaling or whatever. The other songs that I love were Dracula by Tame Impala. Every time I listened to it at the gym, I just felt like I was imagining me being like super hot, dancing in a club. That also might just be influenced from Heated Rivalry, but I love it there. So I listen to that a lot at the gym. And the last one is The Underworld from the Epic saga. I love it so much. Like I love the Epic saga, and I've loved it for a while, but I feel like the love is growing and it's been months. So yeah, The Underworld. And I don't know why I didn't write this down, but I also listened to Done For and There Are Other Ways a lot. So, but yeah, those are the favorite songs of the month. My favorite show of the month has to go to, I finished Demon Slayer. Like I caught up to everything that I'm able to catch up on, and they are doing a theater release of the movie that's like season 5 equivalent, and I feel like I have to go. I love Demon Slayer. Um but my favorite show of last month has to be part 1 of Bridgerton. It feels like every good part of Bridgerton coming together, being married. It made me so happy. I love this couple the most. I think that Sophie is probably my favorite FMC that they've done. And you would think because season 2 is my favorite season, and that stands. That stands. But you would think that because it's my favorite season, like Katani Sharma is my queen, and she is, I think we'd be friends. But I think Sophie, they made her a really dynamic, strong, yet funny, and I just think she's like the best character that they have made, especially as an FMC. And she's doing a great job. And Benedict is also there, and he's doing a good job. I'm just kidding. I like Benedict, but I am an Antony girl, and I doubt any man will ever go above him. Um, so that's my favorite shows. My favorite food, which when I post a vlog for my reading experience, you will see I bring it up a lot. But I love, love, love my bowls that I've been getting from the Mexican spot here near my town. I love it so much. I have to look up the name. I don't know. It's called like Chipotle on Polo or something. And you get rice and you get refried beans and you get this like delicious saucy chicken and you get the little taco shells. And I love it so much. Like I do basically made this whole formula for remembering the things that I love so that I could further document the fact that every time I took a bite of that food, I was like, this is the best thing ever. I love it so much. It's not a joke. It's like my favorite thing to eat right now. On to my favorite scents of February. We love this conversation. Let's do it. I have the little cup here because mostly my favorite scents were from the lower packet that my sister got for me. All of February, I was really in love. We'll start with Brown Girl Jane. This little pup, Carousel. It smells like candied apples and caramel and popcorn and somehow still sophisticated and kind of sexy. And I love it a lot. She's almost gone. That's okay. I don't know if you can see that, but mostly before bed. And it's lovely. All of my lore scents, all of them. But I would say that I found Pilates this month, which we'll talk about a little down the line for February. I wear Disfruta and I really, really like it. Mind you, that when I smelled the sample pack for like their whole brand, the four fragrances, Disfruta was the one that I felt most like, I don't know how I'm going to fit this into everyday life. I did very easily. It was a really smooth, simple transition to it just feels energized and sexy and cool. And I wear it to Pilates a lot and it's like I love everything about it. So I wore that a lot. But the one that ran out the quickest and first for my lore is hold on, a little ASMR. The one that ran out first is Somewhere But Nowhere. So good and so gone, and that's how you know. It's sexy and woody and vanilla and cool girl and signature, and I didn't even have it 7 days afterwards. That's not to say I don't love them all because I literally feel like I've gone through these. The only one I rarely use, not rarely, it's almost gone, but is Lovely and a Little Twisted. That's another one that I wear before bed. And I went to my first ballet ever in February, and I did wear this because it feels like such a whimsical, like girly fragrance, and I love it a lot. But I love sublimity as well. A very clean girl, like chic, wet blue fragrance. And it's sea salt, and I love all of these, but I wore those the most. Carousel and then the whole pack from Lore. These were the top fragrances of this February month, the recap of February. So let's do what we normally do here, which is book content. I read 3 books. I feel so shook about that myself because this year I've just changed so much and I'm not mad at it, but it's so interesting seeing that last year at this time. I feel sure that I read like, I don't know, probably like 18, 15 to 20 books. And this year so far, I think I've read, I don't know, my phone's what we're recording on, but I read 3 books in February. And that's just insane to me. I think I've read I'm so sorry. I don't mean to trigger anyone. 6 or 7 books so far this year. And that's all. To me, that's crazy. For me only. This is not a judgment on anyone. If you read 1 book this year, that's so cool and so hot. But yeah, so let's talk about the 3 books that I read. And we're going to do a sort of yes, no, maybe, because there's just not a version of me, especially with this few books, that's going to be able to just say yes, no, or maybe I want to share my feelings, especially because 2 of the books on this list are just so good to me. And I would love to give them the energy that they deserve. And there is going to be one, I didn't reread it, but like honorary mention because I love. Anyway, the honorary mention, let's just do that first, goes to Mate. I got this on my Libby. Yeah, I got this on my Libby, and then I remembered that I lent this to my sister months ago. Yeah, where's the camera? Let me go to I lent it months ago. I lent it to you so long ago, and she didn't even try to pick it up. She didn't care. That's crazy. Anyway, I love this book so much, and I understand why. Like, as soon as you finish, like, these are my favorites of the year, you kind of second guess. You're like, was it or was I ovulating? This book is the ovulation, okay? And I love it so much, and it's amazing. And I could reread the whole thing. I love this. So, honorary mention, because I flipped through it a lot, I got it back from my sister. The first book of February was none other than the Broken Earth trilogy. This is the third and final book in the series, and it's called The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. I love this book so much. I love this series so much. It's going to get a yes. Hold on, my roommate. I want to go. Yeah, girl, nap. So that's a yes. I love this book. I love this series in a way. Wait, it's backwards. I love this book. I love this series in a really deep way. And there's something about this just like stuck under my ribs, and I'm here for it. You should read this. I thought that it would be too dense for me, and I found that my brain really liked the challenge slash different way that this is written. So you should give it a try. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. My maybe is my second book of the month, and it's called The Isle in the Silver Sea. This is a standalone fantasy book, which has kind of been my thing for this year. Like, a series is standalone, a series is standalone, and I love that for me. It's a maybe because I read it, and it's a book that I read, and I enjoyed it enough to finish it because I've DNF'd probably 4 books this year, but it was just a story, and I experienced it and I enjoyed it, and I don't think that it's for everyone. Not that every book is for everyone, but if I love something, I'm like, I don't care, you should try it anyway. And if you're thinking, I mean, I got it from the library, there's no harm, no foul. I do like it because it's sapphic, it has time jumps in it, or like this eternal love. Basically, this is a world of stories that always get retold, and they feed the Isle here, but there's also like evil and an eternal love, like love that kills. Enjoyed it. I read it. It was like a 10, like I read this in 10 days, and I don't think that it's the amount of days that made this an okay book for me, because it was pretty. It just didn't like get me, but I did read it and I enjoyed it. So maybe. And last but not least, this is not the book. This is just something to hold. I feel very honored to have been. I wasn't like given an arc as if I'm like this cool girl who gets arcs. I was given an arc because I was a weirdo and a little bit audacious. And I think that we should all do that more this year. And I DM'd Saga Publishing Company for like an interest. Basically, they did a giveaway, and I don't know if they'd ever mentioned who the winners were. And so I DM'd them, and I was like, "Hi." And completely weird and completely audacious. And I DM'd them about the sequel to A Forbidden Alchemy. And the sequel is called A Forsaken Prophecy. And I sent Stacy this as a joke, like, LOL, do you think that they'll give the book to me? And she so lovely, so kindly gave me the arc. And so I got to read that book, and that was my third and final book of the month. I loved it so much. Yes, obviously. It was more than I even wanted. I think the second book thing for me, some people love a second book. I usually have a love hate relationship because I love the characters and I know them, but most second books are about the hangups that they seem to have and like these mind spirals, and they usually feel like a lot of dialogue and I'm inside their minds. And I'm like, if you would have had one conversation, then we could have gotten to this thing that we need. And then they save all the action for the third book. Um, but I loved it. I loved it so much. So we have Nina and Patrick and Theo all together. If you've read the first book, please read this book. It's upside down. Everything. It's everything. It's just clever and gritty and so thematic and amazing. Uh, but yes, and we follow the band of people that we know. We see some new friends. I love the use of everything that she did. It's witty, it's clever, it's lyrical, it's so hot. It's got social commentary. It's everything. I love the magic used. I love the feminine rage a lot. I love the lore and the history and the magic, and where it comes from. I don't know. I just think Stacey's really brilliant, and I think that this is a great second book. And I think I like it like more than the first in a way. Like if you in a way, like I feel like I'm not happier with where the couple is, obviously, but like at the same time, yeah, the couples, we get deeper, we get character arcs, we get lore, we get insanely scary villains. Like I'm like, come on. I love knowing how to win. When I'm with the characters, I'm like, we're friends, we're family. So I'm trying to figure out how do we beat people all the time. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know what the weakness is yet, but I'll figure it out. Like I'm gonna figure it out. Anyway, these are the books of February. I really loved them. There's never any pressure with reading. You read as much or as little as you want. But in saying that, we are going to go over in a little bit. Let me make sure the March TBR hopefuls. Lord knows. I mean, who knows? Number one, I'm the hugest mood reader ever. And number two, I am just slowing down on reading, which is totally fine. Okay, we'll continue on, but I do need to go back before we talk about my March goals because I had February goals and I hit some of them. And obviously, some of them maybe we didn't hit, and that's okay. But we do need to go backwards. Okay, so new things I found in February that I absolutely love. Pilates. I love Pilates. I never really doubted, but there's something so amazing about we do like mat Pilates. There's not the machine there, which is totally fine with me. And it is just all of your body, and it's an all woman studio, so no men. And it's so feminine and strong, and I sweat so much, and I love it a lot. So that's like my favorite new find of February. There's just I love it. I feel so good. I'm always engaging my core. And yeah. And my sister got me a 5 pass class. So that's love and support. The other things I don't want to forget about February are the people who have inspired me. I think it's important to like kind of hold these people and not just sort of like passively follow, but to sort of have an interest and let them kind of change your brain and how you think. So those people, of course, with the Winter Olympics are going to be Elisa Liu, and she is the person who won the gold for figure skating. The thing that I learned from her and that I most like about her, and hopefully I can fit little clips in here.
I don't think anything is gonna be hard. You know, it's like what is there to lose? You're every second you're there, you're gaining something. There's nothing to be lost. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing to complain about. Like I can't think of anything that I would find stressful or anything that could bring me down.
Is that she's just so herself, and I feel like she's found the secret to life and to her existence that most people, myself included, keep fighting for years and years, and some don't find until I mean some never find it, but some who are trying to find it don't find it until they're much older. She's incredibly talented. Obviously she won gold, but there's something about someone who has made it to the Olympics before, decided to give like not give up, but to step back and to let that go because it was not healthy for her at the time. It's so powerful because I've always thought if I could just have my dreams, like I would do anything to have them, and I would never give up. And in my brain, even the fact that that's the natural word that I would go for is such a strange thing. But Alisa like taught me, and I don't know if it's Alyssa or Alicia. I think it's Alisa. I watched a lot of videos and everyone kind of says a little different, but Alisa is so intelligent in the fact that she figured out that it's all a game and she doesn't have to play. And if she is going to, then it's going to be how she wants in the way that she wants. So she knows she's hardworking. She'll push herself. Like, but she is doing it for herself. This medal is a like possibility, but she's going to make sure that she's good at the end of the day. And she's not trying to prove herself to anyone. It's all just kind of like having fun. So I feel like the thing I love the most about her is this kind of authenticity, this weirdness and this quirkiness, complementary in weirdness, that she's just so herself, and not any stage in the world is going to change that. And I love her so much. I wrote here, Elisa Liu, who taught me being well on the inside ripples to your like life on the outside, because her choosing herself and watering herself in such a way has led to also like just this freedom. If you watched her free skate, which won her the gold, like I've never seen anyone be happier at the Olympics. And I think like that is incredibly powerful. The second person that I am inspired by, of course, also Women's Winter Olympics, is Eileen Gu.
If it hadn't gone my way, I would have nothing to regret because I have done quite literally every single thing that I possibly could to prepare for this game. There's not one thing that I look back on and think, oh gosh, I wish I had done XYZ. I've done it all. Everything I could possibly think of, I did. Even if the results didn't come, I know that I did my very best. And
She is the most decorated, like, skier and ever, like not man or woman, like most decorated ever, but she's also a student. And so it's like the two parts of my brain. One is the one that's like be free and live your life exactly the way you want, that's how you win. And the other one is for Eileen, and she is so hardworking. And in all of the interviews or press that I've seen of her, there's this confidence about her, and she knows it's because she will do more hard work than anyone else, and that she has this belief in herself that comes from the fact that she does what she says she's going to do. So I don't know, they're both incredible and so beautiful, and something that I aspire to be. The third, but not in any way least, person that I'm inspired by this month is my little sister, Terry. She graduated this month from cosmetology school, and she was one of their top students. And she didn't want to go to graduation, but she did. And she had to give like an impromptu speech. And the thing about my little sister that I love always is, first of all, her heart is so beautiful and pure. She's so hardworking, especially if it's something she wants. And I feel like she's doubts herself a lot, and she doesn't see how beautiful, how strong, how capable, how smart. And I don't know, something about the graduation, like it was like proof to herself that she's all these things. Hopefully, you are all those things and more. And there's something else that's kind of a secret, so I can't say. But my other favorite thing about her is coming March 17th. And once she wants something, she will go after it unabashedly. And I don't think anything could stop her. And she, in her own way, like she could very easily be an Olympic champion because she's one of those most like determined people who have like the power of the sun in them or something. Like she's amazing. And I love you so much. So, yeah. Those are the people who inspired me in February. My wins of February, firstly, we have to go to the past because I had all these goals in March and they're right here because I want to start managing my time better, which is also up there. Okay, so this month, my goals, and hopefully we're all just friends here and all just girls, was to get waxed. I have not been waxed since 2013, which I found out because I did go get waxed. I wanted to get some form of taking care of myself, like hair done or my brows, and I got my nails done, which is really nice because there's something about pouring into yourself in a physical way that you can look at that really helps you, me personally, in my outside world. This one I did flop, I'm sorry. Post 3 YouTube videos and 2 shorts. I think I posted one time, and I'm sorry. Be more mindful and meal prep one time. I think I did do that. So good job. I meal prepped for 1 week of February. Good job. Okay. Save $150. I did do that, and I did one better. I saved, I want to say 175 or 200. I have to double check, but I did save more than that to create in some way, like paint again or find a hobby. And I did, but it's like kind of a failure. I'll show you. And the whole point of it was so it could hold my incense because I have one that stands straight up and it's very annoying. So it kind of like I got air clay thinking if I created this and I was meant to paint it and everything, but it's malfunctioned. The ball is going, yeah, the ball moves and I didn't make it well. So technically I crafted, but not in a way that satisfies me. Um, that's okay. We can try again next month. Put phone down by 9:15 p.m. Like I did not do that. And I am sorry. And I need to do better. And this has also been moved to March as well. So I'm pretty excited. That's all. Yeah. Oh my God. And I did hear say that I read 3 books. So I have read 6 books this year. March 1st. Okay. So my wins are definitely getting an arc and kind of being weird and asking for one in the first place, because I often am like, oh, if I was just more special, more important, then people would want to give me things, or they would, if I, and it's like sometimes you also like maybe just ask and then you can get things. So interesting. And I saved more than my goal and I got my nails done. So those are the wins of the month. I have my fails, which are I wanted to go to the gym 4 times a month, other than when I'm on my period. And I definitely worked out and moved my body. Again, Pilates, like, love. I think I went to like 4 classes last month, but I didn't go to the gym 4 times a week. So that's getting pushed as well to March. And I'll just keep trying. But I did do 3 days a week. So at least I was still doing stuff. And I did not go to sleep at the time or put my phone down at the time that I said that I would. And the next thing is going to be the final thing of this video. Thank you all for staying and watching this long. Yeah, this is definitely a video that I'm intrigued by. I feel like I love pinpointing, especially with how time feels faster. I love being able to put a pin in the experiences that I've had. Okay. Okay. So the next thing is my new goals are to save 100 this next month. Um, and post 4 videos in March and 2 shorts. Paint or craft again, because I really think that's the only time my brain is quiet. I love it so much. And I like to make things with my hands, and I love painting so much. Sleep by 9:45, phone down by 9:15. Once again, this month I really do want my hair done. It would make me really happy. I'm thinking small knotless or something whimsical that's like a mix of things for my hair for March. It's all hopeful because I am reading less than I ever have ever. Here's how I would like to feel in March, and hopefully these books give that, or maybe if I'm asking again for what I want, then I'll actually get it. I have a stack of books here, and then a few on my Kindle that I also want to read. We'll start with, I really want to read Blood Over Brighthaven. It's a standalone and it's quite small, and I bought it last year at the end of the year. And it just is supposed to be with feminine rage, and again, everything that's sort of like political or has feminine rage right now is what I love. So this is on the TBR. We'll see if it stays. Another book that I really want to read this month, and I probably will, is Ninth House by Leah Bardot. Everyone talks about it. It's gothic, it's dark academia. I really like her after reading The Familiar. And this was like it's writing in the same vein that she's like really sitting in right now. Love it. So that book, of course. The next book that's on my TBR is A Dance of Lies. This is another hopeful. It is going to be a series, but I feel like I don't know. It's kind of giving romanticy, and I want something lighter and romanticy and fun, and hopefully a little bit spicy. And I know that the other two aren't going to give me that, because make no mistake, okay, I'm loving these new books. I love that they're opening my mind. I love that I'm getting more than just love, because there's so much more in the world, and right now that's like what I'm kind of centered to or trying to orbit, not on purpose. It's just like what I'm enjoying more. But I love some spice, and romanticy is a perfect mix of both. The next book is The Queen of Days. I got this from my library, and it's a duology. Thank you. I love duologies down bad right now. They're amazing. This is about like killing a god. It kind of feels like Six of Crows, which it says on the inside, but also I don't know. It seems really nice. And oh wait, it's a new standalone from the author. Oh, it's a new standalone. Oh, it's author of a duology, so it's a standalone. Even better. Even better. Queen of Days. This, because I heard the yearning in it is so good, and I always every month of my life for the rest of my life, I want to read a book that has like delicious yearning in it. And The Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas is supposed to have really great yearning. And I love vampires, and I always want the opportunity. There's something about skating that line of danger slash attraction that any monster romance like vampire werewolf is giving me right now. So it's on the TBR. Hopefuls. Hopefuls. Okay. And there's another one on my Kindle, which by the way, guys, I'm getting rid of my Kindle Unlimited, and I'm like, it's weird to say scared because I've lived a long time without Kindle Unlimited, but like I have Libby, and I just don't think I'm going to be on Amazon anymore. It doesn't sit right, and I think you have to listen to those feelings. Oh, okay. I did get another arc, which I signed up for. And it's called Moonflower by Sanaya Anastasia. So that's on my TBR. Last but not least, I really want to read The Poet Empress by Shin Tao. And it's right there. It's supposed to be like a dark, sad, but epic, I believe, standalone. I know it's like dark and sad and has nothing to do with love at all. I'd also like to mention Brutal Intentions by Lilith Vincent, because my friend Char was like, I think you'll like it. And again, I miss Mafia so bad. And I am always going to be a like spice girl. Okay. There's always going to be a part of me. There's a lot in women. Okay. We like multiple things. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me. Thank you for going over my month with me. I will continue to do this, and I hope that we can all make ourselves proud and all show up for ourselves. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much wherever you are in this world. I hope you're having a wonderful day, evening, night, and life. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.